Hello, good morning and a warm welcome dear students to your geography class. Today we will be continuing our lesson chapter number 4, Structure of the Ocean Floor part 2. Now in the first part you had seen the colorful fish and the restaurant inside the sea, and you learnt about the relief of the ocean floor, continental shelf, continental slope, abyssal plain, mountain ranges and plateaus, marine deeps and marine trench, right? Now today let me give you a brief explanation about them, and lastly we will learn about the marine deposition. What is marine deposition? There are various deposits that are things that are found underneath the sea. Okay, let's dive into it. The relief of the ocean floor. Land submerged below the oceanic water is called the ocean floor. Now what is there below the ocean? There are mountain, basins, plateaus, ridges, canyons and trenches beneath the ocean water. These relief features found on the ocean floor are called submarine relief or oceanic relief. Here you can see this entire stretch is called the oceanic relief, as you can see in the picture. The ocean relief can be divided into various parts. What are those parts? They are named as continental shelf, continental slope, abyssal plain, marine islands, mid-oceanic ridges, marine deep, marine trenches. This entire thing is called the ocean relief, and it is submerged below the oceanic water. You can see the level of the water over here, right? This is the sea level. Okay. So below that, right below that, we have the oceanic relief. And let's go ahead. Firstly, let's learn about the continental shelf. This is the first part in the oceanic relief. Now continental shelf, where is it on the diagram? It's here. It's near the coast. The land near the coast and submerged underneath the sea. Here you can see the level of the sea. Right, students? Is called the continental shelf. Now the depth of this is 200 meters below the sea level. This is the level of the sea. Below that, it is 200 meters. Now what do you find over there? There is something over there, right? There should be something. We find algae, plankton, etc. They grow here. This is food for the fish. Here you can see the plants. These are plants is called algae and plankton. All these plants, they grow near the coast in the continental shelf. Also natural gas, mineral oil and various minerals can be obtained by mining the continental shelf. When you mine the continental shelf, you find all these things. You find natural gas, mineral oil and various minerals. An example is Mumbai High. Mumbai High is located here. You can see the map of Mumbai. Mumbai is over here, and this is the area where you find the continental shelf. This is the Mumbai High over here. It's away from the coastline of Mumbai. As I told you, continental shelf is a little bit away. So we find the Mumbai High over here. Let's go to the next part. Continental slope. Where is the continental slope on this map? On this diagram? It is over here. You can observe here. See here. This is the slope, also known as the continental slope. after the extent of the continental shelf is over, after this is over, the slope of the sea bed becomes steeper. It becomes very steep, goes right down. This is called as continental slope. Now the depth, what is the depth? What is the depth of it? The depth of the slope is 200 meters to 3600 meters. It can go that deep. So it ranges about 200 meters to 3600 meters. Next, we have the abyssal plains. Over here, abyssal plains. Beyond the continental slope lie the abyssal plains, which are the flat bed. Okay, this is a flat part of the seabed. It's fully flat. The abyssal plain consists of various submerged landforms like hills, you can see, plateaus. All these are found on the abyssal plain. Next, we have the mountain ranges and plateaus. The hills and mountains found on the ocean bed are called submerged hills and mountains. These hills are hundreds of kilometers wide. It's very wide. And thousands of kilometers long. They are visible to us as marine islands. These mountain ranges and plateaus, they can be seen on the ocean bed. They are above the water, above the sea level. How you can see that? Because it's visible, okay? The water level is over here, and above that you will be able to see those hills which are coming from the ocean bed. An example of these are Iceland in the Atlantic Ocean. This is Iceland over here. You can see the island over here. It is near to Greenland. Iceland is near to Greenland and Faroe Islands. In between of that is the Iceland. And here you can see observe the picture of Iceland. It's a beautiful place, fully covered in ice. And these skies, what you see over here, you must be wondering, how come these skies are looking green and yellow, right? This is called the aurora light. This is the aurora light in the sky. So this, and over here in the Iceland, people are staying. It's not completely place where people cannot stay. People are staying in this place. There are houses, row houses, everything is there in this place. The next example is Andaman and Nicobar Island. Now where is Andaman and Nicobar Island, children? Do you know? Do you know where it is? Yes, it is near India. It is a little away from India, but it's part of India. It's over here. You can see the map over here. And this is the enlarged part of the map. Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Now it looks like this. This is a picture of Andaman Nicobar Island. And they have built houses, shacks, where people can go for tours and travels. There are small hotels over there. Okay, you can visit that place one day. Now next one, let's go ahead. Marine deeps and marine trenches. On the ocean bed, there are some landforms which are deep, narrow and steep. They are called as marine deeps or trenches. The trenches are thousands of meters deep from the sea level. From top to down is very deep. An example of this is the Mariana Trench. In the Pacific Ocean, it is east of the Mariana Island. It is the deepest trench in the world. Yes, it is the deepest trench. The Mariana Trench is the deepest trench in the world. It is about 11,034 meters. How much, children? 11,034 meters. That is very, very deep. Now I will show you a short video clip on the Mariana Trench. You will see James Cameron, the director of Titanic and Avatar, taking a dive into this with his vertical torpedo into the Mariana Trench. And I want you to observe the depth of it and the fish which are living over there and all the things which are over there. Okay. So students, you have seen how deep is the Mariana Trench. It's about 36,000 feet. And here, if you convert it becomes into 11,034 meters. It's very deep and very scary. But it was a challenge, so it's called Challenger Deep. The Mariana Trench is called the Challenger Deep. Okay, now I hope you have enjoyed this video. Now let's go ahead. Now finally we come to the explanation of part 2, in which we will learn about marine deposition. Now what is marine deposition? Various deposits or things found underneath the sea like pebbles, clay, soil, etc. brought by rivers, glaciers from the continents. Then the lava and ash erupting out of volcanic eruptions. Now this mixture is made up of fine particles and lies in the form of fine clay. This is around 30% of the deposits. They are called as marine oozes. What they are known as? Marine oozes. The pebbles, clay, soil, lava, ash, all this mixture is called as marine oozes. Then next we have sewage from factories. Okay, the sewage, which all the material, which is waste material which is coming out, solid waste, radioactive material, waste chemicals, plastic which is thrown by people, and plastic which is fallen about. It all gets settled at the bed of the sea. Now this waste is hazardous. It's very dangerous for the hydrosphere. It's very dangerous for the plants, the algae, for the fish. It harms them. All this waste. So we should not put waste into the sea. It should be safely recycled. So let us see now in this explanation about it.
Welcome back, my dear students, in another session of Class 8 Geography, and today we will learn Chapter 4 Structure of Ocean Floor Part 2. Some important points from this topic. In the first session, we have already learned about the relief features of ocean floors. In the relief features of ocean floor, we have learned continental shelf, continental slope, abyssal plains, mountain ranges and plateaus, marine deeps and trenches. And today we will discuss about the marine deposition. Marine deposition. The marine beds are the deep parts of the world in respective regions. Hence, various deposits are found in these parts. The deposits are as follows: pebbles, clay and soil. Pebbles, clay and soil, etc. brought by the rivers and glaciers, etc. from the continents. The deposits occurs mainly on the continental shelf. These are called marine deposits. Means these deposits are formed, or these deposits occurs mainly on the continental shelf. Continental shelf is the first relief features of the ocean when we are going from the land to ocean. Glaciers means what? Glaciers are the rivers of snow. Lava. Lava and ash erupting out of volcanic eruption is also found here. The fine solid particles are deposited on a large scale. Remains of marine plants and animals are mixed in these deposits. The mixture is made up of fine particles and lies in the form of fine clay. This is around 30% of the deposits. These are called oozes. To understand the form of the marine life in the ocean and the availability of the minerals on the ocean bed, these deposits are very important. Sedimentary rocks are formed due to the depositing of layers over layers of the sediments and the pressure of sea level. Roll down, crack and hit each other and are broken down into small fragments. These smaller particles are called sediments, and these sediments are transported and deposited by the wind, water, etc. These loose sediments are compressed and hardened to the firm layers of rocks. These types of rocks are called sedimentary rocks. For example, sandstone is made from the grain of sand. These rocks also contain fossils. Fossils means what? Fossils means remain of dead plants and animals trapped in the layers of rocks are called fossils. These rocks also contain fossils of plants, animals and other microorganisms that once lived in them. Human-induced material. Besides, some human-induced material is also found here. This includes sewage, solid waste, radioactive material, waste chemicals, plastic, etc. This waste proved hazardous to the hydrosphere. These materials are extremely harmful to the marine life and its environment. Though the polluting components are less, their nuisance value is more. Human activities affect marine ecosystems. As a result of pollution, overfishing, the introduction of invasive species and acidification, which all impact on the marine food web and may lead to largely unknown consequences for the biodiversity and survival of marine forms. And that's why our marine life has been replaced by trash, and we have to save this marine life. Always remember mean sea level. What is mean by mean sea level? Elevation or depth of any place measured from the sea level. The average of the highest high tides and the lowest low tides is considered as sea level. This average is taken to be the zero altitude, or the depths are measured and shown in positive or negative values. The height of the Mount Everest is less than the depth of Mariana Trench. Mount Everest is 8,848 meters high and the Mariana Trench is 11,034 meters deep. Means Mariana Trench is deeper than the height of Mount Everest. These are the highest and the deepest points on the earth. For survey purpose in India, the height of the sea level at Chennai is considered to be 0, and elevation of any place in India is measured with reference to this place.
So students, you have learnt lots of things in this part 2 also. You have learned all the different things of the sections of the oceanic trench, oceanic platform, oceanic bed, the marine relief, different names you can call it, oceanic relief. You have learned each and every part of it, right? You have seen the Mariana Trench, how deep it is. You have seen the video also. Also you have seen the explanation, the video explanation of the entire part 2, right? And I hope you have understood the entire lesson very well. Okay, thank you.